Pregnant Jessa Duggar Seewald reacted to comments surrounding her and her husband, Ben Seewald's decision to expand their family as they are set to welcome their sixth child. Jessa Duggar slams at suggestion she and husband Ben Seewald are breeding like rabbits. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. The 19 kids and counting star uses YouTube to respond to rude and unnecessary comments during her sixth pregnancy. Jessa Duggar is not here for any criticism about her and husband Ben Seewald's baby making. In a new YouTube video shared this week to the couple's account, the pregnant 19 kids and counting alum addressed the upcoming arrival of the pair's sixth child and responded to commentary about how many children she's had so far. The 32-year-old ex-reality star currently shares 5 kids with her husband: Henry, 8, Spurgeon, 9, Ivy, 5, Fern, 3, and George, who is 14 months. Honestly, I have heard a lot of rude and unnecessary comments, but generally those are just online, she shared. You know, people might comment under this YouTube video and be like, "Oh, you're breeding like rabbits," or "You're crazy," or "Are you trying to follow in your mom's footsteps? Are you going to have 19? She continued. I'm not going to have 19 kids, but honestly, my mom is my hero. I love her. I adore her. She is my role model in so many ways, Jessa added of mom Michelle Duggar. Her patience, her love, her gentleness, her kind speech. She is the golden example of a mother in my opinion. So when people say, "Do you want to be like your mother?" I'm like, yes, please Lord help me. I think at the end of the day, it really comes down to being confident in the decisions that we've made as a family, as a couple, and before God, she expressed. We don't live for the opinions or the approval of other people, so there will always be people who will be on one end of the spectrum or the other. Whether it's, "Oh, you shouldn't have this many kids," or "You should have maximum number of kids possible." We don't think there's anything wrong with spacing your kids or planning your family or being done at a certain point, she added. Although she shared her frustration with the internet, she revealed that there was never a game plan for how big a family they wanted to have. We weren't really at a place when we got married thinking, "Oh, we'll just have 1 or 2, Jessa said. Like we were kind of maybe somewhere in the middle range. I think we had thrown out the number 7 or something like that. Really, we just take it one at a time, she said. I'd always say in pregnancy or early postpartum phase, I'm not really in a place to make a decision whether we're going to have another one or we're done. And Ben's concern is always, first of all, my health, and then also our capacity to care for each one and love them well and help raise them up into adulthood. Jessa Duggar claps back at people saying her family is too large ahead of baby no. 6. I have heard a lot of rude and unnecessary comments, Jessa said in response to the ongoing comments about her growing family. Jessa Duggar is replying to online comments about the size of her family. Jessa, who is one of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's 19 children, also responded to comments comparing her to her mother. She noted that she's read comments saying she and Seewald are trying to follow in her mom's footsteps. I'm not going to have 19 kids, but honestly, my mom is my hero. I love her. I adore her, and she is my role model in so many ways, Jessa said. Her patience, her love, her gentleness, and her kind speech. She is the golden example of a mother, in my opinion. So when people say, "Do you want to be like your mother?" I'm like, yes, please, Lord, help me. Even if people are saying that in sort of a negative way, I'm like, yes, please, Lord. She explained that despite receiving comments on social media, she hasn't had people be nasty to her face. I know some people do have to put up with a lot of that flack or feedback from people who are close to them, just giving their opinion without being asked for it, she said. I think that would be way harder, but thankfully that hasn't been my experience. She continued by revealing some tips she's learned about how to navigate antagonistic comments. Oftentimes, we can set the tone for how people receive our news, Jessa explained. When we say something like, "Oh, we're expecting," or "We're so thankful for this baby," "We're so grateful," That definitely sets a different tone for how it's received versus saying, "We're definitely done after this one." "This one was a surprise," or "We weren't expecting to be expecting," she said. "I don't think it's wrong to say certain things, but I know that sometimes we can cater to how we think other people might receive the news in the way that we present it," she said, before noting, "If we think people might judge me for having another baby, we might be quicker to present the information in a way that's like backpedaling or apologizing for where we are in life." But the proud mom of soon-to-be 6 children said she doesn't live for other people's opinions. "It's not other people's approval that we should want most, but I think that we can definitely influence in the way that we share information, and maybe how other people will perceive and receive," she said. Former 19 Kids and Counting star Jessa Duggar Seewald is addressing the negative comments she has received about her growing family. News reported that Duggar Seewald, who is expecting her 6th child with her husband, Ben Seewald, spoke about the criticism while filming a May 8 YouTube video. The couple are parents to 5 children: Spurgeon, Henry, Ivy, Fern, and George. According to Duggar Seewald, online commenters have criticized her decision to have several children, comparing her and her husband to rabbits. "Honestly, I have heard a lot of rude and unnecessary comments," said Duggar Seewald. She also said she has been asked if she's going to be like her mother, Michelle Duggar, who famously has 19 children, with her husband, Jim Bob Duggar. She said while she is not going to have 19 kids, she views her mother as her hero and her role model in so many ways. Her patience, her love, her gentleness, her kind speech. "She is the golden example of a mother, in my opinion. So when people say, 'Do you want to be like your mother?' I'm like, 'Yes, please, Lord, help me.' Even if people are saying that in sort of a negative way, I'm like, 'Yes, please, Lord,'" said Duggar Seewald with a small laugh. Duggar Seewald went on to say she knows she can't fully control other people's opinions. "It's not other people's approval that we should want most," continued the 32-year-old. Duggar Seewald opened up about her latest pregnancy in a March 2025 YouTube video. She said she and her husband are eagerly awaiting to welcome their 6th child in the summer of 2025. "In November, we found out that we are expecting, so we are overjoyed. We are so excited. Summer 2025 cannot get here soon enough. We are looking forward to meeting the sweet little one that God has blessed us with," said Duggar Seewald in her video. She also noted that she and her husband celebrated 10 years of marriage in November 2024. "It's so hard to believe. I cannot believe we have been married an entire decade," continued Seewald Duggar. "Thank you for watching and subscribe, please."